Hello, beautiful soul family. I am the magical medium, and welcome to the Spiritual Guidance channel. Today, we are working with the first quarter moon energy. In real time, it's September 3rd, 2022, but of course, these messages always come to you in the timing that they are meant to, right? Because a wizard always arrives when they're meant to. So, it's really late here. And I apologize for the very bright light, but as most of you know, I live off grid right now, so I don't have electricity, but I was really drawn to do this reading and there just wasn't enough candles. It's really dark. Anyway, so it's like really bright, I know. I almost thought about putting a filter on it and I was just like, it's fine. It's, maybe, well, who knows? By the time you see this, maybe Spirit will have me upload it with a filter on YouTube. Anyway, with that being said, today when we're talking about the first quarter moon, we're talking about taking action. Now, a lot of people believe that the new moon is when you take action, but I disagree. In my own experience, and working very intimately with the moon this last, well, many years, but definitely in the last 8 months, like since Spirit asked me to start doing the moon phase, moon cycle readings. And it's taught me so much. And I realized that every moon cycle is different because of the energies that the moon cycle is in. But the one thing that's been true for me so far is that when we're having that expression of transformation between one moon cycle to another moon cycle, we need some time to adjust to that change. So the first quarter moon is really when you want to take action because now we've been a week into this new moon cycle, and it's time to kind of, all right, now we know we've rested from, the last moons, from the end of the last moon cycle, and we're emerging into the new moon cycle. And so by the first quarter moon, we're ready to take action on those intentions and those manifestations that we put out into the universe for that next moon cycle. But what's so amazing to me and this kind of expressive energy that I've been getting from Spirit is this particular moon cycle, this particular first quarter moon cycle, instead of taking action, like a physical taking action, I was getting the energy from Spirit that they really want us to relax and take a break. Because sometimes doing nothing is doing something, right? Because you've chosen not to do anything. So you're taking action. It's all in the way you look at things, right? So when I was preparing for this song was on and I was like, oh, this is really pretty. I was drawn to look at it because my phone was on shuffle. It always is pretty much. And the title of the album was something about flowing with, change or whatever. And on the front of it was like this child, like kind of playing in a waterfall. And I thought, yeah, like that's taking action too, right? Like maybe taking action is taking a break from our everyday. Maybe we need to take a break, So maybe you're taking action this moon cycle is taking a break. Of course, you have to do the everyday things and brush your teeth and feed your avatar and all those wonderful things. You have to, do this, do that, whatever. It's different for all of us. But during that time is when we really can connect to ourselves. And we're so used to staying in this like busy, 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 busy. And today I had the privilege to be out and about and spoke to so many different people about so many different things. But one of the things that I was hearing from a lot of people, now that they know where we moved to now, we've been going to the farmer's market. We've been trying to go every week if we can, but we missed a few weeks or whatever. But it's interesting because the last few weeks we've gone and and now that people know like what I do, they'll be like, what's going on, man? Like, what's happening? Like, why am I feeling this way? Why is this happening? And when I explain it, they're like, oh, that makes sense. Also, you guys, we have to remember right now that there are 5 planets in retrograde. Mercury is about to go retrograde. That will be 6 planets that will be in retrograde, and there will be only 2 planets that are direct. So now, you know, I mean, I was like, besides us, of course. But yeah, it's funny today. I have to kind of like side note for that today because my my husband was like, "Hey," he's like, "So does Earth ever go retrograde?" And I was like, "No." And I'm like, "In the planets, I'm like, it's not that they're going backwards. It's just that they start moving slower. So it feels like they're moving backwards because the planets move at a certain trajectory, right?" I mean, astrology is phenomenal. And most of you know if you've been following for a long time. And thank you for keep coming back. And welcome to all the new people. We're meeting so many awesome, cool new tribe members. It's been really cool. Um, but a lot of you know that I try to keep up on my astrology. Braca Goldsmith is one of my favorites. So is Pam Gregory, and they're tight friends. But two very prominent, amazing, gifted astrologers. And I used to always follow up with their stuff so that I can keep up with it. And then I was starting to learn. But as a lot of you know, I've been, living off the grid home free for a while. And I just haven't been doing my normal stuff. So you'll have to research it on your own. But there's just a lot going on. And this particular Mercury in retrograde um, is an interesting one because it's within, you know, less than 24 hours of a full moon in Pisces, which can be very dreamy and beautiful and wonderful. But at the same time, Pisces is a water sign. So, a water sign in the moon, which is also water emotions, it can run people's emotions kind of all over the place. So, give yourself a break. I'm sure, I'll be doing more readings over the next week and we'll do a reading over that. I'm feeling really worn out. I may actually take 2 or 3 days off because I'm just feeling fucking beat. I have never like been so active. Well, I shouldn't say never, but it's been a really long time since I've been this active, like a really long, really, really long time, like years. And it's been really awesome. But at the same time, I'm so exhausted. When we came home today, I'm like, oh my God, my throat hurts. And we laughed because we were talking so much today. We met so many awesome light workers. We met so many. I can literally, it would be like a romper room looking through the mirror to tell, because there were so many people. But I will give a shout out to Nikki and Jeremiah, I believe. And oh, and we met another awesome soul named Craig. And gosh, we met a lot of people today. I can't even. And Sarah and Libby from Her Farm. Oh, it was just, I just feel really blessed. Like where we're living, there are a lot of really cool people. And it's so interesting because you guys know that's why I have a Bitchy Witch segment. I say it like it is, the way I see it from my level of consciousness. You can agree or disagree or agree to disagree. But my bullshit barometer is pretty fucking spot on, and so is my asshole barometer, unfortunately, but fortunately. And because I've lived in so many places, and I've been mostly a city person, what I'm finding where we live is it's becoming a really strong melting pot, and there are a lot of people who are coming from big cities who have a lot of money, and it's just a really interesting area. It's like I'm like I feel like it's just like equal parts like really awesome, cool, artistic, magical creatures, and then like these very like lost, bratty kind of asshole. I'm sorry, it's just in my humble opinion, just this very like we had a thing today where we walked into this bakery I wanted to go into so bad. It looked so cute and it got really good reviews. And so I was like, oh, I'm like, I want to go in there. And we go in there and they like totally treated us like if you've ever seen Pretty Woman where she tries to buy the clothes and they look at her like she's, slutty and they don't even want to wait on her. And she's like, how much? And she's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, oh, I don't know if that'll fit you. And she's like, well, I didn't ask if it'll fit or something. And she's like, I have money. And then ladies were like really mean to her. That's how they treated us. Um, And I thought the same thing for them because I was like, mistake, big mistake. Remember when Julia Roberts goes back in and she's all beautiful and she's all made up and she's like, you work on commission, right? She's like, mistake, big mistake. Yeah, because she's like, you fucking judged me. So I don't judge people by the way they look. And I try not to judge people at all. And I, send love back to them. But I will say this, like when I feel that someone is being, kind of a shitty, judgmental to me, that's when I'm just like, all right, you don't really know me. You're judging me from the outside and you don't know me. And I thought, yeah, I'm the kind of person that would probably give them a lot of business, talk about them. You know what I mean? Um, so I was just like, you don't know. You don't know. Like we just moved here. I'm like, we don't know what's going to happen here. They could have been our bakery for like when we have spiritual events and cater. You know what I mean? And it's like, but it was just the way because I was like, do you have? I saw gluten free and I said, do you have any vegan stuff? And it was just like, she's like, no, there's egg in it. It's just that just very condescending. And Alder hardly ever says anything, but we walked out of there and he was like, wow, man. He's like, they were like fucking judging us all over the place. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, I go, that's okay though. I go, now I know. Not only will I not give her my business, I'm like, but because she said that they do specialty stuff like for vegan. She goes, oh, you missed it. I had some stuff in here yesterday that, was left over from an event that we did, you know, but it was just interesting. And that, basically first impressions do make a difference. It's one thing if you can tell like someone's just had a shitty day and they're not, meaning to take it out on you. They're just having a shitty day, but you can tell they have good energy. Or like people like that, where it's like their energy was shitty and condescending. And I was just like, man, like you don't have to fucking be like that. But it's just been interesting, like observing like what's going on everywhere. It's just been really beautiful. So I'm gonna ask Spirit. I was called to work with the Enchanted Spell Oracle. You guys know I love me some Priestess Moon. I have over 30 decks, and Spirit only had me bring 6 decks with me when we were going home free, and 2 of them are the Priestess Moon. And I think I have 4 of her decks because she's just amazing and I love this. This is the Enchanted Spell Oracle. It's the medieval Hedgewitch magic. So Spirit, can you just give us some direction for this first quarter moon? Like where do we need to take action if it's not a physical action? Or it is, but like not the kind of physical action we feel we need to take. What is the spiritual action that you would like us to take? Or however you want to translate this message to the collective. Anyway, it was interesting. It was interesting. And it's been cool being around all these different people again and just kind of being back somewhere that I feel like I belong here. Yet there are people who make me feel like I don't belong here. And I'm like, no, we all belong here. I don't like when people move to a place and try and take it over. I lived in Portland when they did that. And it's just, sorry, I didn't mean to make this kind of a bitchy witch, but it happens. And it's a very parasitic behavior. It's kind of like when in Rome. That term means like you don't go somewhere and try and make it what you know what I mean? You want to change it. It's like you go there because, you don't go to Hawaii and expect a Manhattan, New York experience. You know what I mean? It's like you go to that place to experience that life, that culture, those, people, whatever. So, my husband's family is from here. And I've heard so many stories. I know so many stories about the peninsula. So many, and a lot of people like they come here on vacation and they fucking move here. And then like you talk to them, and you're like, oh, have you been here? Oh no, I haven't really gone. And you know what I mean? Again, not judging it. It's just, I feel like the magic of this place is that it was this kind of like beach vibe, cool, but it's in the mountains. It's like it's a very unique, cool place. So they'll learn though, because you know what? They'll either gonna learn or they'll leave. You know what I mean? So by the way, Spirit wanted me to point out, look at this, where it says free your mind and relax. Please, 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 I implore you to get whatever coloring tools you like to play with crayons, markers, pens, whatever it is, and get yourself some coloring books. There are so many now. They make quote unquote adult coloring books, but it has saved my sanity. There are so many different coloring books that I use, and it has seriously like saved my sanity. So please do yourself a favor and get some. Put your headphones on, put some music on, curl up in your favorite place in your house and start coloring. Okay, I was waiting for this. Okay, so I don't normally do 2 at a time, but ooh, Magic and Ambition. That's interesting. Magic and Ambition. So let's put Ambition there and Magic here. Ooh, that's cool. Magic and Ambition. That's pretty powerful. So this is where they want us to take action. The interesting I heard before I even opened the book is what I got right away was that exactly that. Like they want you to be more ambitious. Gosh, what is it with our tribe, you guys? What is it with our tribe and throat chakra? Drink some water. They told us to stay hydrated for the month of September. That was like a specific thing. So, but yeah. So you need to get more ambitious with your magic. And did you notice how my throat went like when I try to talk about it? Because I know that makes some of you guys really uncomfortable. But if you found yourself here and you found yourself in this reading, you know that something in your life has to change or something in your life is about to change. So take the month of September, especially right now in the first quarter moon. The first steps to taking action is thinking about your magic, playing with your magic, working with your magic, and being more ambitious about it. So we've got birch tree energy and with ambition, we got the stag, and then we have December 24th through January 20th. So that could be, so right there, that's Capricorn and Aquarius. So you could be one of those signs, or there's something, maybe one of those signs is somebody that's holding you back from your ambition. I feel like some of you are hiding, like you're hiding in your comfort zone and you're not going to get anywhere. You're just going to stay exactly where you are until you get ambitious enough to step out of your comfort zone. And your magic is there. And the homework is to work with the triple spiral. Okay? I'll put it, always look in the description box for the new people here. The rest of you, you know. But there's always things down there for you to research or recommended reading or recommended, you know, watching, listening or whatever. So I really want you to work with the triple spiral energy. Also, on Magick, we have the ash, the elder, ivy, oak, and the willow. So those are also like the tree magic and the tree energies they want you to work with. Let me get my glasses because I feel like we need to read some of the book, which this should be interesting because I just realized that the only light I have is there. So I may have to just put it in front of you guys. Hold on. Okay. So powerful, imaginative sorcerer, the elderflower, the Sambucus nigra, I'm not sure how that's, or I don't know if that's Sambucus, I don't know. The elderflower was one of the most useful herbal remedies in medieval times, with the flowers and leaves being found to contain anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and antioxidant properties. Wow. I've heard about that, like that elderflower. Yeah, that's one I've been wanting to check out. Okay, so elderflower wine is a well-known and delicious byproduct of fermenting the flowers with water, lemon juice, and yeast. The magical properties of elderflower include spellwork for prosperity, health, and protection. The symbolism of the card. The priestess of magic performs enchantments beneath an herb wheel containing some of the most potent Celtic sacred trees: elder, ash, ivy, oak, and willow. In her hands, she holds the berries, leaves, and flowers of the elder tree, ready to begin powerful magic with them. Beside her is the symbol of the triple goddess, a triskel representing a maiden, mother, and wise woman, which was the triple spiral. When the magic card appears, it is time to stand in your power like a priestess. That's right. See what Spirit's saying? This card is a reminder that you are a spiritual being having a physical experience. You can absolutely have a powerful effect on how your life works. The keywords for this card are confidence, skill, and creation. This priestess is a powerful manifester, able to create the things she needs in her life using both her heart and mind and the divine power of the universe. The priestess of magic has 1 foot in the physical world and 1 foot in the spiritual world, acting as a bridge between heaven and earth. There are similarities between this card and the tarot's archetypal magician. So here's an elderflower potion that you can make for yourself if you'd like. Okay, so the fruit and flowers of the elder tree are well known for their regenerative properties. Bring a little magic into your life with this most potent potion that uses the beautiful essence of elderflowers. And then here it is. So you can make a mocktail version too. Okay. And if you do make these drinks, talk to it while you're, you know what I mean? Like everything that we just learned in this card, it's like talk to the drink while you're making it, you know what I mean? And like let it be your elderflower potion, right? So that you say to yourself, where was that one line? I am a powerful manifester, able to create the things I need in my life using my mind and my heart and the divine power of the universe. Like, say something like that, because my husband reminded me again today. He's like, there's a reason why they call it spelling. You know what I mean? Like you're putting spells out there. Our words have power. It's just that they've wanted us to believe that they don't for a very long time, but they do. Okay, so we've got the birch tree and I was just trying to get this here. Let me see if I can. Okay. We know it means ambition. Boy, I guess it just doesn't matter. It's just flash is just. Oh, there we go. That's better. Okay, hold on. Okay. By the way, you guys. Oh, when I looked down, it was 2210. Also, our angel number is 2323. I forgot about that. Sorry. So I'll talk about that another time. But anyway, I just wanted to say thank you to you guys for hanging in here with me. I know that my channel keeps changing and evolving, and some people like the same thing all the time, and I get that. They go to these specific readers because they do the. But I'm a triple Sag. My moon's in Scorpio. I just move and shake at my own rhythm, right? At the beat of my own drum. So I really do appreciate that you guys have been hanging in here with me and my family. And thanks again for the donations. I just got more. You guys are seriously so awesome. Thank you for the housewarming gift. And Jessica, that was really sweet. And Anna, and people are like, "What's your address? What's your address? I want to send you gifts." And we love you so much. Thank you. We're not in the house yet, and our landlord said we can use his address, but I don't know. I feel like I kind of want to wait. And also, I'm thinking about getting some type of like PO box or something like that. But anyway, I digress. I just wanted to say thank you guys for supporting this work on this channel and this work. I work with Spirit every day, so I really appreciate your love and your support and your motivational support and just everything. Honestly, I'm in deep gratitude to you guys for so much. And the prayers, I know you send me prayers and Reiki. I feel you. I feel your warm. When you think of me with loving thoughts, I think of you too. I feel it. So thank you. Okay, so with that aside, ambition, leadership, confidence, motivation. The birch tree is renowned for its resilience and ability to thrive in harsh conditions. It is a tree always reaching for the light, striving for life. Often, birch trees were used as maypoles at Beltane fire festivals to symbolize renewal and fertility. Medicinally, the birch leaves, bark, and sap were used in medieval times for their anti-inflammatory properties. In terms of kitchen magic, a broom made from birch twigs was used to sweep away the old year and bring in the fresh new year. Oh, that's cool. It's also on page 11. Anybody else notice that? It just really drew my eye in there. I'm sorry my nails are so dirty. We were like out playing in the dirt and at the beach today. Okay, so symbolism of the card. The priestess of ambition stands beneath a wheel of birch, catkins, and leaves. Beside her is a white stag, the spirit animal of the birch. The birch tree is the first tree in the Celtic tree alphabet, the ogham, and as such can indicate new beginnings. Oh, see, and that's what this is about. The first quarter moon, it's like taking the first step, right? We're taking action. We're taking the first step in this moon cycle. You know, what were you dreaming about? What were you manifesting about when we were switching moons from Leo to Virgo? Like what did you learn in the Leo season? You know, what did you learn over the Lionsgate portal? You know, like, which by the way, this other angel that we've met, um, from her farm, Libby. She's amazing. We were talking about it today and she kept calling it the Dragonscape portal. I'm like, that's what I call it. I'm like, those of you who know, I accidentally, like, I think it was last year, I kept saying it. I just, and people kept correcting me. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, I don't know why, but I don't know. There's definitely something attached to that. But yeah, so it was an amazing time, but it was like hardcore. And now here we are with all these planets, you know, and retrograde. Mercury's about to go retrograde. And I'm telling you guys, slow down because me, my husband, people around us, so many people have been talking about like a lot of shit that's been going on. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, we're in the shadow of Mercury retrograde. I'm like, but this one's going to be a doozy. I can feel it. You know, so please go slow. You know that old saying, measure twice, cut once. Go slow, take it easy, you know, just roll with this until the end of September, okay? And even until we kind of roll into the first week in October, just take a few breaths, take some time for yourself, okay? Okay, so the color energy of the birch is violet, which aligns with the Northern Hemisphere's winter and New Year's Eve celebrations falling between 24 December and 20 January. Note, even though in the Southern Hemisphere, which we do have our Southern Hemisphere people here, hi guys, even though in the Southern Hemisphere wintertime falls between 24 June and 20 July, the Northern Hemisphere dates and therefore zodiac signs are used. The divination is when the priestess of ambition appears, it is time to step up into a leadership role. See, that's what Spirit was saying, to like step into your magic. In this situation, charm and wit, as well as a large dash of confidence, are required. Motivating yourself and others to achieve something wonderfully daring and adventurous is strongly indicated. Just as the birch strives to blossom and thrive in icy conditions, so the lesson here is to keep going despite the odds stacked against you. And did we not just have that? We've been getting that message from Spirit. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I just did a shorts. I don't know if they're gonna have me do it this weekend, but I keep getting that from Spirit, just like to keep going, don't give up. And honestly, if you haven't watched the September forecast, pick a reading, I highly suggest you go and check it out. I'll put a link below in the description box to make it easy for you. Seriously, go check it out. It's the first time I may have done it before, but if I have, it's been a really long time. But it was a great one. It was a September forecast for earth, air, water, and fire signs. And, you know, make sure to check out like your moon and your rising and your sun and that as well, because, you know, it could, you know, you can check out, you can watch all the readings if you want to, you know. But anyway, I got a lot of insight myself on that one. It was really good. So the birch blessings, use the magical properties of birch to bring luck to an ambitious new venture. Take a small length of birch and 3 different colored ribbons, purple, gold, and white. Weave the ribbons together in a plate-like manner and then spiral them around the branch. Create a symbol that represents your new project, spirals, pentagrams, or triangles with wings, and draw it on a piece of cardboard. Can you guys see that? I just want to make sure you can see that. Oh, there we go. It's out of focus. Sorry. Attach this symbol to the end of the plaited ribbons. The end result will be a wand-like charm you can use to direct powerful energy into the future and manifest your dreams. That's a cool one. If you want to take a screenshot, that's fun. That sounds fun. Okay, so I'm pretty sure those are all of our messages because we're already at 29 minutes. Are there any more messages, Spirit? Do we have any more messages? Okay. No. So basically what I am hearing and what we're hearing from Spirit, by the way, this was on the bottom of the deck, intellect. And I just heard from Spirit that this is what's driving some of you guys crazy. Isn't that interesting? August 5th to September 1st. Because I feel like you're like waking up and you're becoming spiritually intellectual, where like you're looking at things so differently. And it's almost as if like Spirit's like, yeah, you have to be ambitious with your magic now because you cannot go back. You must move forward. And for some of you, I feel like the Lionsgate portal, and August 5th through September 1st, a lot of you guys had some major breakthroughs. And look at, we were just talking about, it's going to be full moon in Pisces. Look at the fish there. So there's something there too as well. I'm not going to read the book, but I felt like this was like kind of like a little bonus message. Also, I think it's interesting. They both have like the moons on their heads. Intellect and ambition, right? So your crown chakra, it's almost as if spirit's saying, it's like these are the Hedgewitches and these are their spirit animals, you know? So you may even want to work with fish. I'll put that below in the description box too. You just research, put in fish like spirit animal, just fish. It doesn't have to be salmon or, you know, whatever. It's just fish. Or you could even put in like Pisces spiritual meaning if you're not familiar with it. But Pisces are all about intuition and deep knowing and intellect, which is probably why they had that with her, right? It's like a spiritual, that's what Pisces are. Spices. Oh, I like that. The Pisces. Awesome. They're like the spiritual, you know, spiritual because they're intellectually spiritual, meaning like because they're emotionally intelligent, you know, Pisces, like they really are connected to their intuition and their feelings and their emotions. Also work with the stag spirit animal as well. Okay. Let me see if there's any more messages coming through from spirit. I think that's it. Is there anything else anybody wants to say? Any channeled messages that want to come through? Yikes. I hope that's not true. I'm not going to say it on the camera, but I just heard something about someone dying, but I don't want to say it because I don't, if it comes out, I'll tell you guys on the next one. But that was really bizarre. I don't know where that came from, but that was like, sorry, I'm like kind of thrown because it was a bit intense. So, okay, any other messages? Okay, I really hope this isn't true. That's so weird. It just said a name of someone I used to know and said they died, and then they just said they died yesterday. And I was like, what the fuck? So I'm going to leave that alone because it's kind of tripping me out a little bit. And I don't know why that's coming through because it's a personal thing. But if it's true, then maybe they're lost and confused because that happens sometimes when spirits cross over. They don't understand what happened, especially if they die really quickly. You know, it could be like 1 minute they're here, the next minute they're like gone. And they're just like, whoa, what just happened? Where am I? Where did I go? You know? Anyway, any other messages, Spirit? Okay, wow. So I'm going to, and it could be anything, because sometimes a death could be just like they had a death of like ego, you know? So I'm going to hope that that's what it is. Anyway, oh, sorry, that's such a weird thing. I'm so sorry to leave it like that. But you know me, I just like kind of roll with the punches and I don't have fancy software to like go back and like, you know, go over that and find out what that is. But I don't want to say anything either because, like I said, when we speak things into being, I don't want to speak that into being if it ain't true. It could just be some other, it could be somebody with that name, but not my friend. You know what I mean? So if any of you lose anybody, whenever you watch this within 24 hours, let me know. And then it could be that person wants to talk to you and reach out to me and we can set that up. And don't ever let money be a factor, you know? If they really need to speak to you or you need to speak to them, don't worry about it. Reach out to me. All right, you guys, that's all I got for you. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Take good care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, blessed be. Oh. Bye. Oh, and all of my information is in the description box below. And if you'd like to book any time with me or contribute to the work on this channel, that's in the description box as well. TheMagicalMedium@gmail.com.